you feel like it is enough of a last pick to give Wolf Team an edge to make this? Maybe competitive is the wrong word, because I know you did predict Hokori, saying you prefer their drop, but is the Darkseer pick still going to be able to enable this lineup, or are they just still missing that X factor?
I think they're missing the X factor. Like, Tusk, Darkseer has the potential to be a strong lane, but I just feel like it won't, unfortunately. You know, you're wanting to stay as far away from a lot of these lanes as possible if you're the Darkseer, right? But that's not what a Tusk wants. Tusk wants to be in. Tusk wants to be right there on top of you. Nice use of the Observer Ward already to scout out that early movement. You know, we talk about the Tusk. That's exactly what they want. And yeah, there we go. They know exactly where he is. They see that it's placed down there. I wonder if they're going to keep the lanes like this. It is Theolacor playing the Sven, but I doubt he's going to be staying down here as the Tusk with the Terrorblade. Did I say Tusk? I meant Sven.
Yeah, I was in my head. I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to work this out.
Bro, it is nearly 6 a.m., okay? You can cut me a tiny bit of slack. The caffeine still needs to kick in.
No excuses. These are TI qualifiers. You have to be on another level, Mr. Gonad.
All right. Calm down.
I can't make any... Oh, Theolacor! Easy. You saw that, right? Come on.
Of course I saw it.
Oh, okay. There you go. Not another mistake. Very good. Very good.
Wow. So we were, like I was saying before, we were casting another tournament just a few hours before this. I'll let you answer it for me. What is going to be the voice line of this TI?
Oh,
I think you know what it is.
Oh, God. Oh, man. It's definitely Honko. The elephant I had not heard until watching Eastern Europe. They were spamming that. Tavo's?
Bottom line,
Be
I see a Stormhammer there, bottom.
Yeah, Tavo falling incredibly low here. They also have that extra damage coming up from the Witch Doctors. Maledict one more right click, and Hokori find first blood to start off their TI qualifier run.
Should be able to see King RD going for this pull through, so we'll see if they're able to stop it in any way. Doesn't seem like they will be, but they will still get that small camp available for themselves. So right now he's just trying to double up the lane, influence the lane equilibrium, trying to even connect the dire creep wave through to them. And could they even be going for a kill attempt here, right? Well, he's still level 1 on the Darkseer. He's not going to have that surge available, so RD might even just try and kite this around until there is that full double wave, connect them through again, and it's just about getting the Darkseer to level 3 if you can.
We'll take a look at some of the other lanes real quick before more action breaks out bottoms. We see mid ADR on the Queen of Pain versus Analog on the Puck. Will be a very, very Puck-favored matchup. We already see ADR has the Scream leveled up and no points in the Dagger, so I imagine this will continue to be the case.
Also seeing the love for both of these players using a 4 instead of an A for their names, so not since Havorst have we seen so much 4 being used. The Theolacor topside, all right, that's looking pretty decent for them so far. Don't really feel like he should have been that deep considering what he's up against, but just again, trying to push the advantage. He did TP. Look at the last hits as well. 11-7 versus 3-0 right now. That lane should not be going anywhere near as well as this, in my opinion.
Meanwhile, bottom lane as well, Lumi is... They'll be fine. Get some distance with the reflection. I mean, this is a lane where you mentioned in the draft that the Undying is an incredibly strong laning support. Like, you often secure your lane for your carry. And HFN, when you have the capability to go max out Agi, your damage is far superior to the Batrider. You see 48 compared to the 75.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, to me, like Theolacor, he needs to be baiting, and you need to make sure that you've got the turnaround potential there. At the time, Vitaly didn't have the mana to be able to go for any kind of kill attempt, and he was still level 2. Still is, actually. Might just be about to hit up onto level 3, which will certainly change things. Oh, will he be able to get this block off? He'll at least catch the range creep, which is significant enough in my eyes, but still, it's just about getting those super early levels into the Batrider. Even soaks up the ranged experience coming through.
I must say, I'm quite impressed with how ADR is playing mid as well. Does seem like the Queen of Pain has a damage advantage, so being able to just out CS Analog for the moment, 19-5 compared to the 15-3, and both these position 2s are really got to rely on the power runes as well coming up. You know, and still a little bit of time, so we'll see how the supports are going to be able to secure that. Do you feel like maybe Wolf Team or Hokori at one side might have an easier time to be able to get these runes?
You'd have to think it's Wolf Team, right? Like, once you get the Dark Seer up to, like, level 3, even level 5, the Ion Shell does a lot of the farming for you, so you can tend to leave him on his own. And then King RD, of course, with a Tusk super early on, just trying to bait out, for example, the usage of the Illusory Orb, then you might be able to go in and get a kill with a Queen of Pain that has a good amount of burst damage.
Hey, that's me.
There you go. That's you.
I was like, hang on a second.
Give us a live rendition of it.
No. We're good. It has to be in the moment. You can't... Surely you'd know by this by now. Well, it's King RD just running at Gardic. He's like, come back here. Oh no, they got a creep to bounce the cast back on. It's actually going to snowball in. This Maleficent is level 2 as well, so this damage is really going to ramp up. And meanwhile, top lane as well. A dive out of the tower, but they don't bring down the Bat Riders. In fact, he is able to find HFN, so that is a big kill for Vitali.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a HFN Morphling that came through. Normally, whenever they're drafting, they really prioritize HFN. They make sure that he has the most comfortable lane possible. And I mean, you saw what you were coming up against in the Bat Rider and the Sven, so clearly they were thinking that this is going to be advantageous, but I guess it is, though.
King RD, what are you doing here? Oh no, Analog, you popped the stick to get the Waning Rift to jump over the shards, and now King RD is actually still going to be able to escape, just stepping up to the higher ground. The threat of ADR moving on over is going to hold back Hokori.
I just want to walk back what I said as well. I mean, in terms of last hits, top lane is still going amazingly well. 32-9 to 9-2 on the back.
ADR?
Just lacking in the mana, unfortunately. Won't be able to get off that Waning Rift. And maybe that would have been enough to be able to tick him out to the Maledict. It does a lot still. Oh, the raindrops ended up saving him from a little bit of damage coming through there.
Oh, got Falcon Blade on ADR. Okay, so this is something that I was really hoping that we were going to get in our games today, because from what I've seen so far, Cloud on the Mars early today went... I'll hold that thought, because we do have a battle in the river. King RD. Analog's actually going to be able to drop the coil. They get the cast to bounce up as well. Guardic's just going to charge up thinking that they can bully ADR, but that will not be the case. The first coil used for Analog, they're able to get a kill and the power in as well, which is really important.
That Voodoo Restoration, extra 10 AoE damage per second he's feeling confident. He thinks he can go for the kill with all that extra DPS. Oh no, Duster. Oh, they can easily get Duster up here.
They need to be able to bloody block the tree line. Beautifully done. Theolocor along with Analog, making sure Duster is surrounded. It just succumbs to his own death, recognizing there will be no escape. Got to cross the map though. Work out our own movement. Wolf Team. Even the Arsenal Lumini is going to be able to get closer back to the tier 1 tower with the ultimate as the threat.
They got the silence off.
Silence. They're going to prevent the Sonic Wave. It does come out afterwards as ADR pumped in the damage to get the kill onto the Terrorblade. It's meanwhile top lane as well. They're chasing down HFN. Vitali's got multiple stacks up, and that will be enough to secure the kill. A big solo kill for the Bat Rider to find, considering how rough of a laning stage he has had.
Yeah, doing a little bit to recover that net worth, but if we have a look over it, he is still 1,000 behind this Morphling. The plus side, though, is it's the result of having this advantage of the Terrorblade over the Morphling. I know you said,
bottom lane,
committing the Dream Coil just for an Undying.
And Tavo's nearby. Not much that Darkseid is really going to be able to do. Actually runs forward to get the double counts bounce. So Tavo's in trouble. A wall dropped. Even HFN's got to rotate. What a timing, though. King RD with the snowball. They catch up the puck and keep Tavo alive.
Lumiere might be forced back into the jungle now. We know that's one of the things that Terrorblade is great at. And we were just saying that even though the Terrorblade was trading better than the Morphling, now he just comes down bottom, gets a couple of kills, and then immediately leapfrogs and might even get a tower off the back of this. We know that Bat Rider's not super capable of taking towers, so to have your position 1 making a rotation at this time, when the Bat Rider has that threat of the lasso to kill you, it's a really good move coming out there from HFN.
I'm still going to consider about defending this though on Hokori. Duo supports rotating bottom. Gardic 3 points up in the Maledict. They're going to run it to King RD first. Not really the target they want to try and target down for the moment. They do also have Tavo up to the north as well. Theolacor taking the brunt to the force at the moment. They're going to now TP into the puck, but it is a little bit too late to protect Theolacor. They can still turn it back around as meanwhile with the coil leashing two together. They'll secure multiple kills, but with ADR nearby, he should clean up on Gardic. Sonic Wave's going to be up in a couple of seconds. Could just rely on the screen regardless to get the kills, but Gardic, he's got the Fairy Fire to work with, and that's not enough. Oh no, ADR drops the Sonic Wave, doesn't even get the kill.
That Voodoo Resto, bro, ended up saving him. That extra little bit of healing ends up coming in handy. Up top side as well, I believe they got a... was it a solo kill from Duster onto Vitali? They certainly got the killing spree regardless, but might have had some assistance from someone else. No, it feels like it was... Was it solo? That seems kind of crazy. Maybe Batrider went for a tower
this
dive.
guy is nuts. Oh, I'm very much enjoying watching King RD play. His touch just running behind it. And he had... Okay, he did have an observer. I was going to say, he didn't even have like an observer or sentry. It wasn't like he's going on an expedition just to drop a deep ward top lane. Vitali. Dive onto Duster. Looking to get a little bit of revenge here for Duster's solo kill prior. So, Vitali, you know, we see he's got this drums build as well that South America really enjoy. He's third in net worth as well. Wow.
Yep, certainly recovering after that laning stage. I mean, getting these kills solo is just going to boost up his experience even further, mean that the Morphling can't look to play around him. So, well, HFN, he's doing a good job of pushing in this bottom side, though, and it's very clear that he is specifically looking to be there in response to the Batrider, going a straight Lincoln Sphere to be able to begin the game and maybe take some of that more aggressive farm. That's basically what King RD is trying to do with a lot of these movements, is just take attention away from this Morphling, because like you were saying during the draft, the Terrorblade, the Morphling into the Terrorblade matchup isn't too bad for the Morphling. So they're feeling like, look, if we could just enable him to have as free of a game as possible, he can carry this for us.
And look, mid lane has to be There we go. Yeah, he's going to be cautious about how he uses the orbs. He does have an observer ward by the outpost, so they're scouting out multiple heroes on Wolf team that was starting to connect to mid. So it looks like Puck and Theolacor are going to push back into the jungle. Back on this Morphling mashup as well, it definitely was a little bit more Morphling favored than what it is at the moment when the E-Blade was a core item, when you had that kind of, dual shotgun build that we were seeing. So now that you don't have the magic burst for the TB, hold that thought, mid lane. Coil's out, the Sonic Wave's gonna push them back, but Vitali's in with the lasso. The snowball won't be there in time to keep him alive. The Queen of Pain goes down, and now King RD, he's in trouble, but the turnaround from Tavo drops the wall, but the control's still lacking as Vitali flies up to the cliff. He's gonna be protected thanks to the free pathing in a HFN. He's looking to try and clean up, but he's a little bit too late.
Oh, was he just a little bit off the mark there with the use of the vacuum? I didn't really... It went off cooldown, but it didn't really seem to suck in anyone there. Had the potential for such a great play with the Wombo Kamu coming through. As well, Vitali, he's looking for more. He just wants to be using that drum off cooldown. He wants to be trying to hunt this Morphling as much as he can. But HFN, he's doing a good job to dodge a lot of it. He is having to play a little bit more evasive than he would like, though, which means that Terrorblade being able to just sit back and farm, you know that TB is under no threat from a Tusk rotation through, right? So it just means that he's going to be accelerating his net worth a little bit faster.
Hokori, they've been able to build up a pretty formidable lead at the moment. 14 to 8, 3,000 net worth lead. 13 would be a lot. Top lane is Lumi gets a solo kill. Nice little injection of gold into the Terrorblade's bank. This is already Manta style completed. Very incredible timing here for the Terrorblade. This is going to help out with pushing some of the side lanes. And Dai, you mentioned early on that the supports will really struggle with dealing with the waves.
You can already see that up top side. Someone's going to need to deal with this. I suppose it can be HFN's Morphling that looks to just farm under the safety of his tier 2 tower, but his main thing is not wanting to show on the lane.
Who do you feel like really benefits from this tier 1 tower still being up? Because both sides, we see the difficulty with being able to invade the jungle. But do you feel like there's one side in particular that are enjoying more of the farm?
I feel like your turnaround potential on Hokori is much better, so I feel like it's much more important for them to have a tier 1 tower available just because, I mean, look at what they've got, right? A Dream Coil if you're diving, a Lasso, even just the Cask super early, considering they don't have these heroes that are super capable of being able to dodge it outside of, like, let's say the Morphling. If you're going for a kill, if you're diving a tower, you've probably used the Blink already on the Quap, so even something slow like that Paralyzing Cask can look to punish you.
We're going to see some of their initiation come out shortly as well. Vitali's about to have a Blink Dagger completed, so this could catch them off guard here on Wolf Team.
Also seeing Tavo, unfortunately, he's fallen a little bit behind in terms of the net worth there. Not looking to abuse that feature. Let's not call it a bug. That feature coming through from the Darkseer that I was talking about before with the normal punch. But he's going the Guardian Greaves, kind of a forgotten item. But this game, it's pretty decent, right? You can get rid of all of the Napalm stacks on you, Flame Break, Silence from the puck. You can get rid of the Reflection on yourself, so not too bad.
And I think it's going to be a game where we're just going to see a lot of team fighting, which has kind of already been the case with the amount of kills that we have 13 minutes in. So the Greaves is definitely something that's going to be able to amplify Wolf Team in that regard. Undying? Just to battle the supports for the moment. Vitali will reveal the Blink. Not the greatest target to jump on for the moment. The rest of Dire is starting to pivot their attention down bottom. Tusk will be the first casualty of this skirmish. But it looks like Wolf Team have no rebuttal. Duster's running through a Firefly. He's really got to be cautious with his position. The Stormhammer and an Orbit's enough to tick him out, and even Tavo drops the wall, though. They're happy with just sacrificing Theolacorp. They've gotten 2 kills, a wall on Kuda. He's not even going to die. Yeah. Oh, no. As Analog's back in, Coil is out. A huge Sonic Wave to secure at least 1 kill, but you're losing out on ADR's life as Hokori just playing them like a fiddle.
Yeah, and even just the bottom lane. Looks like the drum's going to need to be used to try and get away. He's got the Flame Break just to create a little bit of extra space. I'm not sure if Tavo's going to have the damage to be able to catch up to him.
Help him!
Try. Cheeky little play with the Tumbler's toy. Yeah, they actually got baited in a little bit there. One of the Tombstone zombies spawned on the top of that cliff, so they had vision. They knew they had a chance to be able to get rid of that Observer Ward that was up there. That's why Duster moved forward to just stand inside of the Firefly.
All this going on, though, you got some carries that are free farming across the map. HFN, Lincoln's completed. Gonna look to shove in top. You've also got Lumiere. That's already 1 component completed on the Skadi. Back towards the outpost, though, the fight continuing to break out as Theolacorp this time will go down. And Gardic's not looking too healthy as well. They're going to try and use the ultimate. I guess it's only 60 seconds. You know, it's nothing too crazy.
That's true. They did buff it up, having a much lower cooldown than previous. Although, with the Dream Call solo used onto King RD, poor King RD, he always seems to be the main target of this. That's his 6th death, only 15 minutes in, and I was really thinking that maybe they would try and pair together that Dream Coil with the Death Ward, excuse me, if they could. But clearly not even valuing that. They're valuing taking a tier 1 tower instead, dropping the Tombstone, making sure to keep this lane as far pushed back as possible with the Siege Creep wave. But Analog just looking to try and deal with it ASAP.
Oh, they're in. Lasso's out as well. Multiple heroes nearby to be able to chain control ADRs. There's nothing the Undying can do. Duster's just going to walk on away as they lose the Queen of Pain. The tier 1 tower won't even go down as well. So Hokori continuing to have a really nice sequence of events as meanwhile mid lane as well. Analog continuing to put the pressure on. You're mentioning it's always King RD that they're targeting and looking to be the case once again.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe they might have made a play with the rest of the team around that mid lane just to continue to push it in, take away that mid tier 1 tower, but Analog, I'm kind of surprised that they're allowing him to do this on his own, but again, goes all the way back to the draft. They don't exactly have an answer to this puck. There's no instant catch, at least until, I guess, you get the Aghanim Shard on the Queen of Pain that Adriano has queued up at the moment.
No, it's a completely free puck game. Yeah, I'm
You
really
need a Blink on
concerned.
the Tusk, you need the Shard on the Quap, you need Blink on the Darkseer, I guess.
Yeah, well, Blink Scepter now, so that's a lot more items that you're going to be requiring to deal with the the puck if you're looking at the Darks here. Maybe you even just scratch that and consider a Hex as... They'll run into Analog. He's 100% fine. I hope he doesn't die now that I said that, which is... I'm a little bit worried, Analog.
100%
Blink's gonna be up
fine.
and... 100% fine. Meanwhile, towards the 2-1 tower, Gardic 100% dead. Wow, Ares, you are incredible.
Well, they are going to finally take this mid-tier 1. Not, of course, refreshing the glyph anymore, so they should know that little bit of information. They had to use it previously. What else can they get? Looks like Vitaly? Oh, he has the Malnick stolen from the Morph into the Witch Doctor, but looks like they'll both be able to get away. And, well, with the Morphling coming bottom, they know that they have the freedom to be able to make a play up towards this top side. Adriano is the main one that they're looking to go for, but with Vitaly all the way back in the base, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to catch him out.
They are going to see Quap shortly, so they will know at least that ADR TP top. There's going to be a lot of information for Radiant to play with.
Yep, they're pinging him immediately. They're saying, let's make a play. You've got the Boots of Bearing, immediately popping it just to be able to close the gap as quickly as he can. Looks like they're going to back off, though. Maybe looking to prioritize the tier 1 themselves, just to open up that map a little bit further. I mean, if they could catch Darkseer, that'd be the dream for Hokori. He's got such great turnaround potential, even just with the mechanism and the potential for that Vac Wall combo. So Vitaly continue to play around here. They'll throw, once again, Theolacor onto the front lines. What's new? But really, it's just about making space for Terrorblade to reach this big item. He's gone for the Skadi, just 300 gold away. Against a Morphling, it's fantastic. Against the Undying save even, very, very value. And just enables this chasing style too, right? You've already got slows on the Puck, on the Batrider.
Oh, they're in.
Terrorblade.
Vitaly's going to be able to get the jump. It's just onto Duster though, so nothing crazy, but Analog as well. He was waiting on the low ground to see if anyone else revealed their positioning. Coil's out, but maybe with the buybacks Wolf team, they can try and catch some stragglers on the retreat. Theolacor's going to path his way to Lumiere, so we'll be okay for the moment. It looks like the buyback on Duster will net them nothing.
Buyback won't get them anything. Maybe might just be wanting to wait for their cooldowns to come up before they go for another pick-off and then straight into that Roche pit. Theolacor just checking if they were going for it there, but without the Tusk, Wolf team have zero threat around that. I wonder if HFN now is the one that wants to get a little bit more active. He's got the Manta style, he's got the Lincoln Sphere. He needs to start pulling his weight because a lot of this net worth on Wolf team is on HFN. Every single game they look to play heavily around him, so Gardic.
Oh, in the river. Snowball in from King RD. Gonna try and target out Gardic for the moment. It's a pretty decent wall, but they're gonna push Lumiere over the shot, so they'll be protected, giving Hokori an opportunity to deal with the Tombstone. And there's the damage getting pumped out. Look at the Terrorblade just turning from one target to the next. The triple kill for the carry. You ask where Morphling in as HFN just gets the waveform away, but is in trouble. A coil to leash him into the tree line. There will be no escape for the carry on Wolf team as Lumiere shows up to the first fight in such a drastic way.
Still got quarter duration left on this meta. Might be enough to be able to take this Roshan. We'll see if they've got the additional damage to be able to buff it up. Drums available on Theolacor. You've also got the Boots of Bearing. I think they overlapped the use of those. A little unfortunate, but it should still be plenty to be able to take this one out. And considering the fact that you had to use the Sonic Wave, you had to use the Morph, you had to use the Wall of Replica, this is probably a fight that you absolutely want to take on Wolf team, but you just can't.
And you see the read as well from Hokori with just targeting down the Tombstone instantly. They recognize that this is something that needs to be taken completely out of the fight. And after the roast, they're just going to look to smoke because Vitaly's still got the lasso to play with. Tarbo's a big pickoff. Continuing to slow down the Darkseer's game, and well, they're even going to get a +1 as well as King RD just snowboards into the middle, feeding over another freebie onto Hokori. This game starting to get a bit out of hand.
I mean, that's all comes down to the draft, right? The game was always going to reach this point where you might be able to deal with one person very well, but just because you are lacking in ways to control both a Batrider and a Puck, the other one is just going to ball absolutely out of control. And in these past few fights, both of them have gotten away scot-free. They're just going to continue the push on forward, wanting to take away even more of the map that Wolf Team are wanting to be playing around. Tier 2 tower going down means outpost taken away. They don't really want to be using the glyph freely either. They'll use it now, but you're going to be tanking up a fair few of these hits just with the Terrorblade and his illusions, so they won't be losing the... they won't be gaining, excuse me, the backdoor protection anytime soon. Lumiere's very happy to just stand and tank this one with his tanky build. Level 16, Skadi, Aegis.
Look at Analog. He's invised up and just completely scouts out all the movements from Wolf Team. And they're going to smoke to this. So Analog's going to reveal himself. The rest of the team are coming, though, so if they jump the puck, he's going to have reinforcements. He'll jump to... Man, what? A coil again! Analog finding multi-man coils left, right, and center. Dust is finally going to be finished off. They'll lose King RD as well. And now they can chase down ADR. With the BKB being already used, there's going to be nothing to protect the Queen of Pain if they're able to get on top of her. Looks like Hokori wants to go for HFN instead, looking to take the carry out of the equation.
This could be a great back wall.
Back into the lane, but he's going to be in trouble. Maybe Tavo can turn it around. The vacuum's
so
out,
tanky.
but the damage, it's just not there. They don't have it in the tank. They've run out of gas. They've run out of steam. And Tavo, he tried to turn it around with the combo, but it was not enough.
It was a good attempt at the turnaround. You could see them just wanting to have that extra little bit. Even the Sonic Wave, it's just not enough damage, man. They're way too tanky. They've got all of that additional armor as well just coming through from the Sven on Theolacor, and he's got enough gold now to be able to buy this Aghanim Shard too, so it's just an extra passive, 7 armor that you're always going to have. We know TB's not lacking in the armor department, and some of your squishier heroes in the Batrider, Puck, and Witch Doctor, now they just become a whole lot tankier. You basically give them an extra 1,000 or so gold.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Just see even... Oh man, the amount of farm they're getting on Radiant is just incredible. Like, I looked at Vitali, he had 1 item, now he's got an Oak Shard completed as well. So he's gone this little wonky Batrider build that we see often if...
Oh no, Tavo.
Yeah. He does have supports behind him. Again, the phase shift dodge, and Puck is out, but Vitali's in. This Batrider playing with his food for the moment, but look at bottom though. They don't give a damn. Tier 2 clean, up the high gun they go. They're just making space for Lumiere.
Who needs meta?
Jesus, these objectives.
He's just not taking any damage, man. Literally no damage right now.
Oh, not like this, King RD. Not another death. Oh, he's gonna snowball.
Oh, he's gonna
this will, without a doubt, confirm his death. As Lumiere, if he can find a Sunder target, yeah.
Might be looking to back off a little bit. I mean,
oh, look at this play. Okay.
The sneaky Sunder.
Oh, he's gonna fight. What?
They don't know. Oh, they do know. They do know.
Duster?
Oh no, Duster, you can't do this. He's
like
got the blink. Like, he's looking for a better target. If he can get Tavo, for example.
What is this? Is so... He's going for it. Alright, fine.
So cheeky.
If I can only get Duster, then I may as well just sunder him.
It does feel like too steep of a hill to climb for this this Wolf Team to be able to come back into it, but they're going to respect a little bit. You've got 10 seconds left on this Aegis. Maybe they're going to look to play around that, but the blink away. Coming through, and now they... Poor King RD, man.
Oh, Vitali's got another jump as well.
They got another.
They're going to drag him out, breaking the coil. That should be all. Tavo will make it back to the T4 towers. They got buybacks and maybe one last fight with the wall. But even then, we're just
going to retreat. Oh, yeah. King RD, he's going solo onto the backlines. Can you afford to do this, my man? You just bought back.
No,
they know exactly where you are.
No, you can't afford to do this. The team are coming. But they're going to be a little bit too late. The snowball dragging them away from the reinforcements. A dieback on King RD. ADR's in, but Gardic again with the Clinicate. They just finally Tavo. Okay. It's a decent amount of damage, but instantly turned around. BKB, deal with the Tombstone, and now deal with the heroes as well. As Lumiere is trying to lock onto a target, he's killing off the illusions instead of some of the members on Dire.
He's silenced.
They'll finally be able to turn around to the Morph shuffling as HFN. Lincoln's pop, double damage rune in the arsenal.
There's the GG.
And it looks like that'll be all she wrote. The G's are dropped from HFN, and he is out of the game instantly. As Hokori, what a clean performance from them to start off their qualifier run.
Yeah, there's my winner picks coming through with, you know, a nice clean performance coming through. You know, they went through this big period where Analog, he had to do a lot of the heavy lifting. And I really like the way they went about the draft, right? The next level strats of saying, okay, we're going to pick a direct response to this. We're going to open with the Bat Rider, you're going to try and counter it, and then we're going to counter you right